Welcome to the September 8th Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. As always, we are recording these live on the City of Madison YouTube channel for those who are unable to be here, and then anybody that wants to view the archive of it later. Clerk, may we have a roll call, please?
Absolutely. Good morning.
Good morning.
Eaglin.
Here.
Mayor Courtney.
Here.
Mr. Carlo.
Here.
All right, Board, if you had an opportunity to review the minutes from the September 5th, 2023 meeting, if so, we'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second that motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. And moving on, we have claims.
Mayor had an opportunity to review the claims. I'll make a motion that the claims be approved as submitted.
I'll second David's motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. No adjustments, so we'll move on to new business, and I'll invite Brian and any representative from Commonwealth here to talk about our water project. Morning, Brian.
I'm flipping through everything.
Brian, where's your PowerPoint presentation? We should set the
That's
bar a
all
little
right.
higher.
It's good. I've just got 4 disbursement requests, numbers 36 through 39. The first one, I'll go through all of them and then we'll get them approved.
Okay.
The first one is 36 for Commonwealth Engineers. It's in the total amount of $47,650.43. The amount of the SRF distribution request will be $47,650. SRF request number 37 for Dave O'Mara Contracting for work on the water treatment plants. The total amount of the invoice is $244,523. The retainage amount we'll be keeping is $12,226, and the total amount of the SRF disbursement will then be $232,297. And then we have SRF request number 38 for MW Cole Construction for the work on the water storage tanks and towers. The total amount of the invoice is $152,949. The total retainage amount is $7,647, and the amount of the SRF disbursement request will be $145,302. And then we have request number 39 for Brackney, and they are the ones working on the water main replacements. The total amount of that invoice is $512,035. The total retainage amount will be $25,602, and the amount of the SRF disbursement will be $486,433. One thing I wanted to point out on the 39, request 39 for Brackney, that will be contingent on receipt of their updated schedule today at the construction meeting. So if we do not get an updated schedule, then I will not be submitting that one.
Okay.
Is that the best way to do that, Joe? Just put that
Well,
in the minutes?
As a condition of the payment, that'd be fine.
Correct.
Glad you're pursuing that, and
Right.
just clarify a little bit what you mean by the updated construction schedule so the community knows that we are very interested in the water main replacement and the surface restoration. So
Right.
we'll
They give us a Gantt schedule every month that tells us when there's to be working on certain aspects of the project, and that's just to do with Division C.
Yeah.
That's the reparations and the work in the different areas, Sunrise, Hillcrest, Franks Drive, Flint Street. But
Each
we had
neighborhood.
one last month, and we need one this month also.
Okay, good.
But that's all I have on those. We just need to approve those 4.
I make a motion, we approve those 4 with the, number 39 having a, hold it until you get the production schedule approved at this afternoon's meeting.
I'll second Carl's motion.
Any discussion, comments, or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Unless you want some more.
Brian, just maybe a little update. I know we've got this parallel project happening as, in addition to this major water improvement project, but just the repair of utility cuts. Maybe give us an update on what's happening there. We did a lot of repairs along 2nd Street, and really from end to
Right.
end.
They're working on Third Street today, doing the repairs on that today. I just got a text from Jay moments ago. They've pretty much finished Second Street. They've done a little bit on Mulberry. This is asphalt repairs where we've done water meter replacements and line replacements to service lines. That is the city responsibility.
Good, and then some more utility cuts will be corrected as we're doing our CCMG project on the north and south streets, west and
Correct.
Mulberry.
Correct. But, yeah, that, they should be working today on Third Street. on
Good
that.
deal. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Brooke, we are here to also talk about, looks like 3 final payments on the PACE program.
Yes, so we have the 3 projects to go through. The final for 125 East Main, these photos show the before conditions. The grant amount was $7,500 on this, and the disbursement request is $7,500. This project was window repair, so they did keep their original, or their historic windows. You can see the after photos. Then we have 723 East First Street. These photos are the before. This is a rehab grant for $7,500, disbursement request of the same amount. So these are the befores and the after.
Wow, great. And that's 123 East First, okay.
And then finally, we have 313 West Third Street. This is a rehab PACE grant for $7,500, disbursement amount of the same. These are the before photos and the afters. And those are the 3 we have today.
Looks like all of those were rehabilitation grants, the smaller amounts, the 7,500.
Yes.
That's matched. What I'd like to start seeing on these slides is maybe the total investment. I see what we're dispersing and granting, but what's impactful about our PACE program is the multiplier effect. We may fund 7,500 or we may fund 25,000, but it will create a multiple of investment against that, and that's the true beauty of the way we've structured PACE program, is that we get the historic preservation dollars invested at a much more nominal amount from the city's portion. So make a note of that, and I know Nicole generally is presenting on those, but I think it's worthwhile to continue to reiterate the success we've had with historic preservation and the amount of investment that's happening across our community by the partnerships we're forming.
Absolutely. I know this one at 313, their portion of the investment was well over $100,000 in this
See,
project.
that's an excellent data point to put on this slide. So $7,500, and we're getting over $100,000 investment, beautifying that neighborhood and that property. So again, grateful for all that investment, but the story isn't about how much we're dispersing. The story and success is about how much is being invested.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve all 3 requests for final disbursements of the PACE program at 125 East Main, 313 West 3rd, and 723 East First Street.
I'll second the mayor's motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Brooke, thank you. Not a whole lot on the agenda today. We've already taken care of the new business. So under the mayor's comments, I'll just mention a few things. First, before I do that, Chief, is there anything you'd like to bring to the Board of Public Works and Safety? Any comments? No, sir. Okay, thank you. Last weekend was a very successful festival weekend for the community. It was hopping with things to do for people who live here as well as those who are visiting. We had fun on the river. We had fun at Eggleston for the Hispanic Cultural Awareness Festival. And then we certainly had a lot of fun and feelings, I should say, at the Broadway High School reunion, where we also did the ribbon cutting for Gaines Park, which was essentially decades in the making, and then finally coming to fruition with a big reveal last weekend. And it was an honor to meet Reverend Gaines' 2 grandsons who played here as children, Ed and Homer Gaines. We also had between the last Board Public Works meeting and this meeting, we had a meeting with the residents of the east end of town relative to traffic calming measures that where concerns have been raised, and we're addressing those in partnership with NDOT. We've already scheduled a follow-up meeting with NDOT for early October. As you'll see, we're already put some traffic safety and pedestrian signs in the crosswalk. We've stepped up enforcement now that we have more officers on staff, and more solutions to come to a problem that is a safety issue because of the high volume of traffic coming across the bridge and the merger of Highway 62 and Highway 7. We have several things going on this weekend, another busy weekend, and the weekend after that will be extremely busy. So we have the air show this weekend. We also have the second annual Wild West Rodeo, which is going to be phenomenal. And then the following weekend is Chautauqua. So Chief, will continue to work with you and your department on traffic safety and management outside of footprint. We have several more ribbon cuttings and/or groundbreakings that will be on the schedule. So board, be on the lookout for those. More notably, the new grocery store project will have a groundbreaking on it in just a few weeks in October as we finalize the real estate transfer to the developer, Rafferty Development, for the beginning of the construction of the long-awaited downtown grocery store. Board, anything else you would like to add before we open it up to public comments?
Well, I noticed the weekend that the new shopping center was very busy.
Oh, thank you for mentioning that.
Had a couple complaints that the parking lot may not be too big, but that's a good thing, right?
We'll have to manage
means
through
it's
that.
busy. Yeah.
But yes, you're right, Hobby Lobby was ahead of schedule, so they went ahead and opened on last Friday. So that brings 3 of our retailers at the shops at Sunrise Crossing online: Five Below, Hobby Lobby, and I didn't know this was a thing, but it's called the Max, TJ Maxx. So people who are fond of TJ Maxx call it going to the Max. And on that, as you know, we created Sunrise Crossing Boulevard there that intersects with Michigan Road. All of the intersection and traffic pattern work is done, and I'm told Duke will be there early this week to power it up. And then, so for the community, let them know we'll have the lights flashing for a few days before it goes active as an active traffic signal. But that will also help calm the area and better manage traffic in an area that's going to become, a lot more traffic because of the shopping. And then Kohl's will be opening in just a couple of weeks. So we've also done some wayfinding up there about encouraging people to shop downtown. And downtown will encourage people to shop on the hilltop. So we'll have a community-wide effort to bring people to both parts of our city. But yes, be aware that the traffic signals will go active, and we're still working on sidewalks in that area to connect the Sunrise Crossing development with Michigan Road and Miles Ridge Road. So a lot of work still happening up there.
How far south will the new sidewalk?
It'll go to Miles Ridge Road
Miles Ridge.
on the east side of
And
Michigan.
Several people asked that question.
Anything else?
Mayor, have we heard a start date on the intersection of Michigan Road and Clifty Drive?
Might ask my deputy mayor to comment on that. She's been working with NDOT on several projects that affect Clifty Drive that we are partnering with them on.
I believe that is going back out to bid. They had to rebid that, the whole Clifty Drive corridor, because they only got one bid. And that was in the spring, I think, so they have put it out for bid. I think it goes out this week or next. So hopefully they'll get more bids on it, and then we'll have a timeline after that.
Okay.
And when they're here in early October, we'll ask them about that. But there's probably about 4 projects going through the bidding process together with NDOT, including ours, our
Yes.
sidewalk
They
project.
bundled them.
They've bundled them to try to, maximize interest. And we're just continue to be in a very difficult construction environment. As you can imagine, there's lots of construction happening everywhere. We'll also get an update from them in early October relative to the status of reopening Hanging Rock Hill. We had hoped at one time that might happen before Chautauqua, but that doesn't appear likely. We'll just continue to manage the out-of-footprint impact with good traffic management measures. Any other comments or questions, board? Any public comment from anyone here in the audience? So now would be a time to approach the Board of Public Works and Safety if you do.
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
This is Sue Patterson, 711 Walnut Street. I, again, request the amount of claims that were approved.
Okay. Thank you.
There were 341 claims for a total of $454,685.80.
Clerk, there was also the payroll claim voucher as well. I don't know if you want to mention that.
Sure.
Yep.
Amount of payroll for our past payroll was $239,982.66.
I have one other question for the clerk. Do you folks hold back a week when someone new comes on?
Yes.
Okay. All right, very good, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Our next meeting will be in October already, October the 2nd.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second that motion?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?